What's up? Welcome once again to another video. Thanks for tuning in as always, and let me take this opportunity to thank you guys as always for tuning in, and let you know how appreciative I am that you're taking time out of your busy schedule to tune in to another video. And also let me remind you guys, please, to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and hit that notification bell. All right, and invite a friend and tell your friend to invite another friend to the channel, you know what I mean? And as usual, comment and let us know what you think about the video. All right, so guys, this young lady that you're seeing on your screen, she is 17-year-old Zion, what is it, Foster? She went missing. Like, she went out with a friend, and I'm sorry, she went out with her cousin to chill with her cousin, right? And she ended up missing. Which is such a sad situation. So, guys, just for those of you who have kids, especially like younger kids, teenagers, and that are just going out exploring with friends, and young family like themselves, right? Just imagine you allow your young daughter or son to go chill with a cousin, right? And then all of a sudden it's like magic, she just poof pow, she disappeared out of thin air, right? And you can't get any answers because she's just not answering her phone, no calls going out, no answering, nothing. It is, I don't even want to imagine how that must feel, and it's really a sad situation, guys. So I'm gonna be reading a little article here, to enlighten you guys a little more about what took place. All right, so just bear with me a little bit. So they were searching for over 5 months. After 5 months of searching, investigators in Michigan believed they are one step closer to solving the death of Zion Foster, a 17-year-old girl whose sudden disappearance not only rocked the small town of East Point, but also drove a family apart. So on Thursday, police zeroed in on the spot where they believe the teen's body is buried about 100 feet beneath the surface. Right? And guys, when they say 100 feet beneath the surface, that means in garbage. Real garbage. That's a dumpster where, all these trucks that picks up garbage from all over the place take it to that one spot and dump it off. So after a while, it's going to be like really, high, filled with garbage. So possibly providing crucial answers after Zion's cousin offered a sensational story about her death. Foster was last known to be hanging out with a cousin, 23-year-old Jalen Brazier, who picked her up from her house on January 4th. Brazier was sentenced on March 30th for initially giving false statements to police related to Foster's disappearance. And this is where it gets more interesting, guys, right? During the sentencing, Foster's mother, Sarah Milton, testified that she was incredibly close with her daughter. She shared her location with me everywhere she goes, Milton said. She asked if she can go wherever I would allow her to go. There are yeses and there are nos, because as a parent, you want to protect your babies. Foster was the oldest of Milton's 6 children. So it goes, guys, where you sometimes you allow your kids to go somewhere, sometimes you don't. You just have to trust your judgment at times, and you either allow them or you don't allow them, right? Okay, so this is as I said, that's Zion right there. And it's you can see how beautiful she was. And this is her cousin that she was hanging out with right there. Okay, so when Foster asked her mom if she could hang out with Brazier on January 4th, Milton agreed, telling the court that Foster had Brazier listed in her phone as favor. And that is favorite because, he was her favorite relative on that side of the family. Milton told Dateline in January that her daughter left around 10:30 p.m. and at about 12:59 a.m. she received a message from Foster's phone said OMW, letting her know she was en route home. So for those of you who are not sure, OMW means on my way home, right? So when Foster never arrived, her mom reportedly reported her missing to East Point police. Milton told the court that Foster usually kept in constant communication, so the silence was incredibly unlike her. She said she began to fear that her daughter was being held against her will, the original missing person report said. Milton testified in court that things became even stranger when Brazier called her the next day. When my baby didn't come home, he called me to say, I don't know why Zion would lie and put me into this. I haven't seen her in years. And guys, if you remember earlier, it said that he picked her up, right? So she asked her mom if she could go hang out with him, and he picked her up. Milton said she was stunned and knew Brazier was lying, as even she had seen him recently. Brazier's lies persisted when he was brought in for questioning on January 10. Prosecutors claimed he asserted that not only had he not seen Foster in a year, he hadn't even visited the town of East Point in as much time. When investigators offered phone records that proved otherwise, he edged, claiming it had been May since he had seen Foster. As Brazier changed the story, Foster's family remained frantic for any information about her whereabouts. But a week later, with lawyers in tow, Brazier renounced his story and turned himself in. He eventually confessed that he did in fact see Zion that night, picked her up, brought her home, the prosecutor said during Brazier's March 30 sentencing. They combined their marijuana together and they both smoked it. Somehow, when he came back to the room, she was unconscious. Brazier claimed that he then panicked. Right? So guys, in a lot of instances we have heard, stories like these where, an accident happens. And instead of calling, for help, calling 911 or something, people say they panic and they do dumb stuff like these. So listen guys to what he does next. I don't know exactly how she passed, Brazier said in court. I just know 1 minute she was cool, she was fine, she laid back for a minute, and next thing I know, she was dead. I don't know what caused it. Instead of calling for help, he admitted to loading his lifeless cousin. Right, guys? He loaded his lifeless cousin into the trunk of his car. Brazier said he drove her to a dumpster and dumped her body. How do I explain what happened? I don't know why she died or what caused her to die, Brazier said of his decision. I was reacting off of just innate fear. I just didn't know what to do. So guys, this just leads me to wonder, because if you guys remember, they said they combined their marijuana together and smoked it. So now I'm wondering if he probably had his marijuana laced with something else. So combining both of them, and maybe she couldn't manage it, so she went into some overdose or something, right? and still calling for help. This is what he did. You know, maybe she wasn't even dead at the time when he dumped her body. She was just, you know, unconscious or whatever. You know, so if he had called for help, she probably would have been saved. So, with this new information, investigators said they were able to locate the site where the dumpster is emptied. Now, 14 or more days after the incident, 15 days of lies and more, 15 days of lies, they find out that her body is, unfortunately, 75 to 100 feet or more below the surface, the prosecutors said. Brazier was arraigned on January 24 and charged with lying to officials in a violent crime investigation on one count of lying to an official. Investigators had since been scouring the dumping ground where Foster's body could be. So, guys, you know, and it is reported that, you know, her body was finally found, and, you know, as you know, by then she would have died. You know, and it's not even sure if he was the one that you know, pointed them to exactly where he dumped the body, if he had known or if he remembered. But you know, they finally found the body. Isn't that sad? You know, so guys, you know, just wanted to let you guys know, you know, about the story for those of you who didn't hear about it. So our heart goes out to, you know, to her family, to her mom especially. You know, we could see she's a young mom, you know, trying her best, and you know, to have lost a daughter like this, it's really a sad situation. So condolences to her family and all of that, you know, guys. So let's keep her mom in prayer, and you know, hope for the best for her, because this is something that's not gonna leave her at all, to have lost a daughter at 17 years old, you know. Anyway, guys, thanks once again for tuning in. Please remember to like the video, share, subscribe if you haven't already done so, hit that notification bell, all right, and comment. Feel free to comment, guys, and let me know what you guys think. All right, blessed love, peace.